hope that got the Rascally Rabbit vibes going for you. Please welcome to the stage our next artist, the one and only Brettasaurus Rex.
Come on, you do it. Come on. There you go. Martin's.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I've only got 7 minutes, so I'm going to try and make this quick. I am going to give you just like a rundown of some of the most traumatic events of my life recently. I have not rehearsed any of this. I'm a little bit drunk right now. Okay, thank you. Please hold every comment until the end. I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can. All right, so I think I should start with, I got like kind of like, I guess like forcibly removed from my apartment by my roommate because I personally think he just didn't like living with a poor person. I like one time we tried to get like bookshelves up in there, and he was just like, I don't really know if we should like have bookshelves in here. And I was just like, well, I was really just gonna put, like books on them and stuff. And he's like, I'm just worried about like clutter and stuff. And I'm like books and stuff. And he's like, yes, the books are clutter. And so I'm like, okay. Anyway, I'm like hoping he's not here tonight. Oh my God. Okay. And so then there was like this whole thing where he started saying that I was an unsafe roommate, which might be true, honestly. But he was like saying that I was like leaving the stove on a lot, and sometimes it was times that I had ordered Uber Eats, so I'm not always sure he was being honest about that. And anyway, I gotta get going quick. Had this whole kind of thing with the landlord where the landlord was like, I'm gonna kick the please no photos, oh my God, no, just kidding, you can take pictures. There was this whole thing with like, he got the landlord to be like, I'm kicking the both of you guys out, and then he had this whole like pretend thing where he like pretended to pack up all of his things, and the motherfucker still lives there. And one time, I always had a feeling that he was gonna do this because the landlord was like being like, I'm so mad at the both of you. And then the one time I like looked out my window and I saw them being like, oh my God, well it was really nice to see you, love you, bye. And they like hugged each other and then kissed each other in the cheek, and I'm like, who does that with their landlord in general? This is like fucking weird. And so anyway, I left out of that place. Didn't really have like a place like super lined up. And then I don't know if you guys know this, but if you only have like one credit card, you should not cancel that credit card. That is your one line of credit. You are going to fuck up your credit. You're gonna have no credit after that. So I paid off a credit card debt, and then I was just like, I'm gonna cancel this credit card because girl, I don't need it anymore. I did. I really needed it. So I was like, fuck, I have no credit, what am I gonna do? I'm like trying to bounce around. I'm like, I don't know. Also, I feel like I should preface a lot of this with the fact that like in 2019 fall, I had a mushroom overdose. And I spent a lot of several years recovering from this. And actually the person, like y'all, I had like, this is like so crazy. I'm just like, once again, had a couple drinks. The person who I called when I was like at my fucking limit, and I was just like, suicide hotline time is right back there, Kyle. Thank you so much, Kyle. Good friends, yeah. Thank you. So I should preface this with that I'm crazy, like perpetually. And anyway, so no credit. I was kicked out, and I'm just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend some of this time with my parents in Nebraska. Yeah, this was like January. So I fly in, and then the next day I wake up, and I'm like getting all these things about like fires here. And I'm like, okay, so that's interesting. Hopefully that won't affect me trying to like find a place to live or anything like that. And it has. It has. So anyway, I was like working with a realtor for a while, and then he was like, okay, well, also, I've noticed here that you don't have a lot of money. And I'm like, this is true. This is so true. I am a tattoo artist, and when we're in a recession, it turns out that people do not want tattoos. And anyway, then we are, so I'm just at this point where I'm just like trying to get like, what time am I at, by the way?
2 minutes.
Oh my god, oh great. And so I'm trying to like figure out like what's going on with all of my life and stuff like that. And the fires are going on, all of this shit. I'm in like Trump country during the middle of the inauguration and all of this stuff, and there's like a lot of people that are like flying all of these like flags and stuff like that, and like I'm very like this and I can't hide it, and I feel like I just stick out like a sore thumb, and like I moved to that feels really weird to say this. I didn't realize, I would be having such a hard time, like, trying to just, like, hang out with my parents for a while until my credit recovered, but turns out that was a tall order. And at one point during, there was, like, some sort of, like, thing with, like, the pride flag being, like, declared schmalegal or something like that, and it's like, it was crazy. Anyway, so I went out and I was like, I want to go get a pride flag, but I don't want to go buy it from Jeff Bezos, so I'm gonna like try to buy a local, and turns out you can't buy a local pride flag in Nebraska. The best I could do was Spencer's Gifts, and it was like printed just on the one side, so it was, it was nice. It was really great. But I flew that thing with at my parents' house, and with a lot of pride, and I explained to them, like growing up in this town, like it was very isolating. And I am imagining that there's other people who, there's still like younger kids around and stuff, and I'm just like imagining that it's like, I don't know, I just know that if I had seen that there were other people that were queer around that were just like some of the suicidal thoughts probably wouldn't have entered my brain so many times. But yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just kidding. It's so dark in here. I should have had like a trigger warning, like between it or before all of this. Sorry. Anyway, so had this pride flag out. Felt very passionate about it. Told my parents how much I felt about it. I had just been in this like space where for a long time I was really worried. I would wake up every day and I would go walk my dog and imagine that something had happened to this fucking flag because of just like where I was. And one day I woke up and it had just been replaced with an American flag, and I was just like, okay, what the fuck is this? And I just called my dad and I was like, did you like take our flag, my flag down? And he's like, oh yeah, well, it's President's Day. Oh my god, like I don't wake up and bitch about that motherfucker every fucking day. Like, what the fuck? So, you like take a breath probably. You got it. Anyway, so I went, I don't know, I was like I walked around the block. I was like, I'll probably cool off or something by the time I'm out there. It's negative 5 degrees out here. I'll probably cool off. And I got back around and I saw that fucking flag and I was like, and like I was like shaking and stuff like that. And I should also say too, I've had a lot of concussions. So, I don't know. I probably go to like 0 to 100 pretty quick, to be honest. I don't know.
You're at 7, baby.
I'm having like realizations right here. Oh, I'm at 7, baby. Okay, give me really quick.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Okay, so here's the deal. I realized that my parents replaced the whole flag. I go berserk. I go and I take all of my like fucking like art down off of the walls. I take all of my pictures of me off the walls. I take duct tape and I cover all of the pictures of myself and family photos. And I'm like, and I'm like hyperventilating for like a long time. And I'm like having like an absolute fucking freak out, meltdown. And then I took over some of my dad's cactuses. Don't worry, he's probably able to repot them. And it was just, I mean, it was a very like gentle destruction. I was like very mindful of like, oh, this could probably be like set back up later, but and anyway, so went through and my dad got home and he's like, what's going on? What the fuck is going on? And I'm like, for real? Like, are you kidding? Like this, like I already told you what was going on. And he's upset again, or he's freaking out. Then my mom gets home, and she's like, "You gotta go." And I'm like, "Okay, great. You can drive me to the to the fucking what's it called? Homeless shelter." And they were like, "Okay, great." And then so I got a friend to like take me to hotel room, actually, and then anyway. But the thing is in between this is where it gets like really fucking crazy. I am so sorry. Give me 1 second. This is where it gets really crazy. I had needed a ride and none of my friends were available. I was like calling all of my friends, being like, and they were all just like taking naps or something. They were just busy. They weren't answering their phone, whatever. So I was like, oh my god, well, I'm gonna dip into people that I've met at the bar this week. And so I start like calling random fucking dudes and I'm like, hey, I'm in a crazy fucking position. Can you come and pick me up, please, and take me to a hotel so I can get out of my parents' house? And they were like, yeah, sure, I'll be there in a bit. One of the people that I had met previously in the week, I was actually his first gay experience, and he was like some sort of like a Marine or something like that. Anyway, well, thank you. Well, but wait. Oh no. I was very drunk when I met him, and so there was like he finally like got back to me after I had already secured a ride. But then he had like somehow convinced me to get my parents on phone with him, was on speakerphone. And then I started like remembering a lot of things. Like 1, I think he was doing a lot of drugs. 2, it's crazy because I'm holding up 3 fingers. 2, he was, oh my god, talking about, oh my god, some of this, I'm just like having flashbacks. This guy was like talking about like crazy stuff. Anyway, long story short, he's talking to me on the phone, on speakerphone. He's like, I'm gonna like fucking, I get it. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking fillet your back, and I'm gonna like cut you up, and I'm gonna like, I don't even know, but I'm on speakerphone with my parents after I've had this giant, enormous fucking meltdown, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking, and then he starts saying that he's like, that I've sent penis pictures to his granddaughter, and he starts saying, he starts giving me a name, and I'm like, who is this person? Anyway, it's a whole long thing, and he said, so he said, you're not gonna live after 3 days. And so anyway, like 3 days later, I mean, it's been beyond 3 days, but that was fucked up. Anyway, long story short, I wore this out at Coachella, and then somebody stole the March head from me. And when I found them, I was like, enraged and I like took it back from them and I smacked it and then I got fired. So I don't know. I'm so over my time. I'm so sorry, but this is my time to just have like a shameful, shameless, I don't know, just get it all out in the open kind of thing. This is a lot. All right. Anyway.
Brettasaurus Red.